The Sure scheme has great potential to have an impact on a postdoc career. Firstly, it allows you to pursue your own ideas and perhaps get pilot data for a future grant application. And I have actually used the Sure scheme and summer students to do that in the past for a successful grant application. But also fellowships. If you are going for an academic career towards independence, having that extra bit of work and experience of writing grant applications is very important. The Sure scheme works by first of all putting together an application. For postdocs, I think this is the ideal opportunity to pursue their own research ideas. I think as a postdoc you can get very tied in to the project that you're actually working on. The Sure scheme allows you to expand a little bit, explore some of your own ideas and then apply for funding to get those ideas into the lab. Once the application has been reviewed and you've had some feedback, it's then time to recruit your student. And I think that's the other big advantage with the Sure scheme. You have some training on how to shortlist applicants and how to do the interviews. As a postdoc, I'd never had experience of that side of the process before. The interview experience was also very valuable. We were teamed up with other postdocs, so it's not you by yourself. There were 3 of us all involved with the Sure scheme, and that really helped because we'd never had experience of interviewing before, and we helped each other out, came up with a list of questions and decided how we wanted to select the students and how we wanted to interview them and what questions to use. The other good thing about the Sure scheme is then applying for external funding. This gives you experience of doing the application process, but having external funding on your CV looks really good. As a postdoc, I think it's very important to have those small pots of money which will stand you in good stead for when you apply for bigger things later on in your career. For the project that I had, there were 3 sources of external funding. I applied to all 3, and I would advise if you are going to do the Sure scheme, apply for as many as possible. As long as you tick the box to say you've applied elsewhere, it doesn't matter. It will give you experience of the very different application processes and the different application forms that they all ask for. All very similar but quite subtly different. The more experience you get in this, the better. For the round this year, I was actually successful in getting 2 out of the 3 that I applied for and had to turn 1 down. I've done the Sure scheme 3 times now, and every time we've had truly excellent students. I think that's due to the selection process and the fact that you can interview, choose your own student who actually has an interest in your project. Having students in the lab which are reliable is very important. I'm sure most postdocs would know if you've got a student who's harder to supervise, it increases your workload. But if you've got a good student who can work independently, it really does help, and it gives you the scope to do much more work that you might not have been able to do by yourself. Having the Sure scheme there gives you that extra support. Not only do you get feedback from the application process from other academics across the faculty, but as you go along there is an administrator there to help you, especially with the application process, telling you where to get your stipends from, helping you put together the application. To summarise, I think the Sure scheme is an excellent opportunity. It gives you the chance to go through the entire grant application process, coming up with an idea, writing the grant application, getting feedback, and then applying for external funding, getting a student and actually doing the work and coming up with some results, which could feed into a larger project or could be a discrete project on its own. I think the other thing is the Sure scheme has the support there with you. So if you want experience of doing the interviews and writing the applications, there's the extra support there to help you if you haven't done it before. I would highly recommend doing the Sure scheme. I've done it 3 times in a row and I fully intend to do it again next year.